to my channel, and if you're new, hey, what's up? My name is Tanya, and thank you all so much for joining in and watching this video. As always, there will be timestamps listed down below so you can jump around, and if you like what you see, smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and thumbs this video up. I do try to post 7 days a week, sometimes a couple of times a day, you just never know, so having that notification bell on really goes a long way in just ensuring that you get all notifications because YouTube is playing all of us. Now this video shout out goes to Megan Boraga. Megan, I swear, I know your face, your thumbnail. I swear I've given you a shout out, but your last name is what's really throwing me. So I don't know if you've just done a name change or if I haven't given you a shout out. I just always recognize your picture and Megan to go together. So Megan, if you've already had a shout out, I'm sorry, your last name is throwing me. And if you have not had a shout out, welcome to the Fawn family, Fawn Squad, Fawn community. I know that you are active and that you watch my videos, and I appreciate it so much. You're always so sweet and you're just such a positive person. So I know that you've been around for a while. I know it's not just like welcome now because you've been around, but if I haven't given you a shout out before, then I am so sorry that it has taken so long. I mean, I can never get through everybody. So if I ever miss your name or you feel like you haven't gotten one, it's not like on purpose or anything like that. It's just that, you know, there's only so many days in a year, and I try to scroll through and pick people and look at comments and, you know, give you guys shout outs. It just isn't always feasible to be able to give everybody a shout out, but trust me, no comment goes unread, and I really appreciate everything. Like, I see it all, and I mean I see it all. So Megan, thank you so much for being you, and welcome, even though you're not brand new to this channel. Now this video is actually really exciting for me because Catrice has had a complete home run with her new products, and I love these so much. They're all so good. So I'll start with the lip product. These are the Prisma Lip Glaze. I picked up 2 shades. These are intense. You know, you need to like that kind of metallic-y, glossy, iridescent type of a lip to, you know, obviously like these shades because it's very iridescent. But the formula is so good. It's kind of like a gel-based gloss, and it just envelops your lips. It is so nourishing, moisturizing, it is comfortable, it doesn't bunch up in your inner rim, it's not gloppy in between, like it doesn't get stringy in between your lips. This formula is so good. I'm blown away. It is amazing. I hope that they come out with this formula in more neutral lip shades that are, you know, everyday wearable, because it is so good, and I would keep those in my purse. I love them. And then these new palettes. So I picked up the bronzer and blush, the highlighter palette, and the Fresh Nude collection eyeshadow palette. So I do swatch, this is 010 Newly Nude. I did not see that earlier. I thought that it was just called the Fresh Nude, but it's not. It's Newly Nude. And so I swatch out all of these palettes, and okay, I'll start with the bronzer and blush palette. So, and the packaging on this is like a really heavy duty plastic too. Like, this is hardcore. It's not some cheap flimsy packaging. It's really good plastic. So these 2 blushes are so beautiful. I am desperately wanting to try this. It just so would not have gone with my eye look today, but it is such a like radiant, it has a sheen, it's the perfect peach color. These are so creamy too. When I put my finger in it, I was shocked. I wasn't expecting that kind of creaminess, but these are creamy and they are pigmented, beautiful. So I did end up popping that color on, which ordinarily I would have done more of a nude blush, or at least more nude mauve, but I really did want to test out the blush, so I did pop it on, and it's beautiful, and you can get a very light wash of color, or you can build up the intensity. This highlight, they call it a special effect top coat. This is just, oh my gosh, so beautiful. I have this under my brow bone, inner corner, down my nose, and on my cupid's bow, as well as spotlight highlight with it. It is just, it's magnificent. This is so pretty. Like, I've been looking at my highlight so much, I cannot believe it. It's so good. And then I did not use the bronzer shades because they are warm toned bronzers, and I like a cool toned bronzer. So I didn't want to even jeopardize it because it's just not my cup of tea. A lot of people enjoy warm bronzers. I think that I'm the minority in preferring a cool toned bronzer. I know we exist. I know a few of you have commented that you like a cool tone too, but I do think majority of people prefer a warm tone. So these two shades I think are going to be so good for most people. This is also 010 Malibu Beach Collection, and that's it. So that must be the shade. I cannot remember if there were a couple of shades to choose from. If there would have been, I would have chosen the lighter one, but I don't know if there was. Then the highlighting palette. This is beautiful. I laid down a base of the pink first, and then I just did a little spotlight with the other one, and all four of these shades are just spot on, and they are silky smooth. They're very finely milled. They are pigmented. They are buildable in intensity if you want that blinding highlight or a light glow. They are really good. This one is not going to be for everyone. That has shimmer in it, so unless you like a shimmery highlight, you're not going to want that one, but it will be beautiful, even popped over top of eyeshadow. You could put that in your inner corner for sure, and it would just be so beautiful. So this entire palette is really great. It's just this shade is going to depend if you like sparkle in your highlight or if you'll utilize it as an eye topper in your corner. But I think even if you don't use it, the other four shades definitely make this worthwhile, and it's really good. And then this eyeshadow palette I did not use in today's look, but I swatched it out, and then I used that shade as my contour because I really wanted to just test it out, and I'm like, that looks like a really perfect contour shade. It is such a nice, cool toned brown. So that's my contour, and I think it is so beautiful. So if you guys are trying to find, I mean, obviously it's not a huge pan, and if you contour heavy, like very heavily, you're going to hit pan on it sooner. But depending what the price point is for this and how much you contour, it could even be worthwhile to pick it up just for the contour and then have those other shades on hand, because this will be a beautiful brow bone and inner corner highlight. This Sculpt Powder is such a beautiful, richly pigmented brown that will be so perfect for a transition color, as well as the other mattes will be beautiful transitions. And then the more metallic-y ones are really beautiful. Like, those two shades could be so gorgeous as a blush. It's just that the pan is so small, you wouldn't be able to get your blush brush in it and avoid other colors. But if you somehow mix the two of them, it would be radiant. Like, I mean, it would be radiant. But if that's what you like, you could get away with using it as blush. You could get away with it for highlight. And I think that this is more than an eyeshadow palette. I really think that this can be used for the face too. And that one shade for contour is spot on. So everything from this collection is really great. Catrice, you need to release that contour shade as a contour and a nice individual because it's perfection, and everything is so good. So if you guys want to see swatches and see all of this in action, then just keep on watching. Alright, so far I just have foundation and, well, concealer and powder on my face, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to contour with one of these or not. I'll have to swatch it out and then go from there for contour, and I don't think I'm going to use this for bronzing, but I'll swatch it and see. I'm just very particular about my bronzers, and I like my cool toned bronzers much more, but the blushes look really nice. And I just realized, I mean, hopefully one of those two goes with this look. I don't know how pigmented it's going to be. But I want to test out all these goodies from Catrice. So I do have their California in a box, bronzer plus blush palette, plus a special effect top coat. So that looks really cool. And then we have the Light in a Box highlighter palette with, again, a special effect top coat. This is giving me Dior vibes with the color scheming, so we'll see. And then I'm not obviously using this today, but I did pick up the Fresh Nude Collection eyeshadow palette, so I thought I'll swatch it for you guys so we can see what they look like. So I'm going to get to swatching all of these goodies, and I will be right back. Alright, this bronzer and blush palette is really beautiful. The bronzer shades are really nice, and I think most people would be able to use, like fair to medium skin, would be able to use these as bronzers. I just don't like a warm bronzer, and they are warm based. This highlight is beautiful. These two blushes are stunning. I actually so wish I could use this peachy one today. It would just be really excessive. The pink one is even going to be a little bit harsh. But I want to try at least one powder from here. So I'm going to try that blush, but these are really creamy. I'm impressed. And this highlight palette is really creamy and finely milled. This seems very beautiful too. And same with that top coat. The top coat is a little bit sparkly in this palette compared to the top coat in the blush and bronzer. But this does look like a really nice highlighting palette. And this little eyeshadow palette is actually really pretty. I feel like these two shades could be used as blush if they weren't so small, but I think I'm actually going to use this shade to try to contour with and see if it works out or not. It may not work and then I'll have to switch out, but this is like more of that cool tone sculpting color that I like for contour. Alright, these are all swatches of the two face palettes. So the first 5 swatches are from the bronzer and blush palette. So see how beautiful and radiant that peach is? That's why I can probably get away with this color for blush with my blue eye look. I just typically would go for a more nude blush. And then the 2 bronzer shades are definitely warm. And then this is the top coat from the blush and bronzer, which is such a beautiful champagne. And then these 5 shades are from the actual highlight palette. This one has glitter in it. It's very sparkly for the top coat, but the 4 highlight shades are very smooth, beautiful. I can't wait to highlight with it. I'll probably do the pink, possibly a little bit of that champagne. We'll see, but the pink for sure. And this is the eyeshadow palette. That's a really beautiful brow bone inner corner highlight shade. And then these shades, I mean, that could be used as a highlight too. This is the shade I'm going to try to contour with right here. And I think it's really pretty. Simple, but very beautiful. Alright, so going into the eyeshadow palette, I'm going to take my Luxie 130 Detailed Angled Blender. And we're going to go into this baby. I just realized I didn't do my brows. That's okay, I'll do them after this video. Well, that's smooth and really pigmented and nice. Wow. That's intense. Alright, now I'm going to take my Royal and Langnickel Contour BMD 120 brush to blend this out. Now this is a little bit trickier. This is really nice as a contour. Wow, I am really pleasantly surprised, and they need to have that shade in their contour palette because it is really, really nice. So I'm going to quickly bronze and then I'll come back to blush and highlight. All right, now I'm gonna go into the pink blush. These powders are performing so nicely. This blush is really pretty too. Wow, go Catrice. I am loving these palettes. Now I'm gonna take my Ray Morris Deluxe Kabuki #1 brush, swirl her around in that first pink color. I am going to dust it off because these ones are dusty. It's not as creamy as some of the other highlights that I do test out where I don't tap it off. So I'm going to get rid of the excess initially. That is so pretty. All right, that is really, really pretty. It's not even with a spotlight. It's not set. This is just a really beautiful highlight. So I'm going to go into the blush and bronzer and take this top coat and highlight under my brow bone, inner corners, and probably spotlight with this one. This is so pretty. Now I'm going to take my Sigma Strobing Fan F42. Whoa. Wow, Catrice killed it. I am blown away. These are so good. I forgot I also picked up 2 of these Catrice Prisma Lip Glaze. They look really cool. This is Holy Moly. These smell really good. It's like vanilla. So that's the first one. And this beautiful pink rose gold kind of gave me the vibes from the Fenty launch when they gave you had to buy all 3 in one kit, the last summer launch, like the one that happened just before this launch. So I was like, I want to see if that is going to be something similar because this is way more affordable and you don't need to buy green and blue and everything else. Oh, this is the shade Princess Peach. Oh, that's pretty. These are a little bit like a gel type of a gloss formula, but I feel like this is going to stay a lot longer than like a typical gloss, and it feels really comfortable. It's very soothing. very moisturizing, nourishing, like it feels good. So that's it. That's really nice. So I'm gonna go do my brows, set my face. Oh, here's the highlight. I haven't set my face yet, just Fix Plus, because I have to do my brows still. But this is a win. Definitely a win. I'm so impressed. So that does it for this video. Please thumbs it up if you liked it. Please share it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, good night, good morning, wherever you are. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.